from the Himalayas in the north to the Nilgiris in the south. For a century, little trains have climbed through the clouds into the world of the Indian hill railways. This is one of the last coal-powered steam railways in the world. Every day, the Nilgiri mountain railway carries passengers into the blue hills of South India. This is its centenary year. This line is powered not just by steam, but by love and devotion as well.
मेरे खास एक मेरे बीवी से ज्यादा ट्रीट करता हूँ. मेरे बीवी बच्चों से ज्यादा I love the steam engine. Above my family. When I first came here, this was a different world. Here, small trains. And the people are not in a hurry. Time is not a factor.
എനിക്ക് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ കിട്ടുമായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ആ സ്ഥലം അത്രയും മനോഹരമാണ്. എന്റെ പോയറ്റിക്സ് ഫീലിങ്സിനെയൊക്കെ തൃപ്തിപ്പെടുത്താൻ കഴിയുന്ന ഒരു മനോഹരമായിട്ടുള്ള പ്ലേസാണ്.
Despite huge losses, coal shortages and monsoon landslides, this little railway struggles on. Fondly known as the toy train, it plays a huge part in many lives. This is the story of the Nilgiri Mountain Railway. The British built this hill railway and others in North India to escape the dust and the heat and the responsibilities of empire. The Nilgiri Mountain Railway goes to Udagamandalam in South India, more commonly known as Ooty. Today, the 26-mile journey takes 5 hours, but the line took 17 hard years to build. India's hill railways are engineering marvels, now recognized by UNESCO as World Heritage Railways. These tracks are the steepest in all Asia, with a gradient of 1 in 12. This train crosses 250 bridges and runs through 16 tunnels, taking tourists from India and across the globe to another world. Ivan Baxter is today's guard, and he's found his perfect job here in the hills.
Our job is interesting. We love our job. So thrilling. Passengers are all happy. People come all over the world.
Ivan is one of a shrinking number of mixed-race Anglo-Indians whom the British favour to operate their railways. And working the railway is still a privilege and a way of life for Ivan.
Our ancestors were British. They originally brought the railways here. They felt that the Anglo-Indians could do a lot for the railways. My father worked for 33 years, but he died in service. He did not retire. Then my brother joined the railways. He worked for 30 years. I joined the railways. I am now 32 years running now. So it's nearly a century we are in the 100 years. Our blood is in the railway.
Senior loco driver Hassan Sharif grew up watching this line. He's a third-generation Nilgiri railwayman.
फिर भी दुनिया में किधर भी नहीं है ऐसी हिल रेलवे, ये चलाने के लिए हम प्राउड करता है। मुझे दादा का तारीफ से मालूम है, दादा तो ब्रेक्स में थे यही सेक्शन में, मेरे पापा भी तो फिटर थे यही सेक्शन में, मुझे भी शायद इधर ही बन चुका है। मेरे छोटे बचपन से मेरा दिल में फंस गया है। बचपन से मुझे बहुत एक्सप्रेशन है इंजन के बारे में, कुछ बस 1 in 12 gradient and the coal fired engine and the rack and pinion system.
As it's so steep, this railway has a dedicated mountain climbing third rail. Pinion wheels under the steam loco and carriages bite into the notched rack rail and stop the train from slipping back. With 5,000 gallons of water and 5 tons of coal needed daily to make the steam, these engines are expensive to run. But no diesel is light enough and strong enough to beat steam power on this jungle climb. Diesel is used for the final run into Ooty, but this stretch of track is just too steep. Before the coming of the railway, this jungle was pristine. And as this section sees just 2 trains a day, local animals have not been driven away. With wildlife and the railway protected by the state, animals feel safe here, even exploiting railway facilities to their own advantage. Wild elephants need about 20 gallons of water a day to stay healthy. The train takes on 1,000 gallons at each and every station. Hillgrove is the main jungle halt, and twice a day the train, passengers and the animals can find refreshment. Local bonnet macaque monkeys have long familiarized themselves with the timetable. They know the train only stops here for 8 minutes, so they waste no time filling up on tourist generosity. Hillgrove won't see another train for 8 hours. Until then, the jungle rediscovers a tranquility that's rare in a country of 1 billion people. The line's so steep that Hassan's train covers just 3 miles in the course of the next hour. Then the loco has to fill up again. Runnymede is now just a water halt, but it used to be a station serving tea pickers. Local entrepreneur K. Natrajan wants it reopened. Steam trains are his passion. Natarajan runs the station buffet in Ooty, where only diesel trains are used, so he regularly comes to Runnymede for a steam fix and to get away from it all.
Under the bridge, there is a rock. If I close my eyes with the bird's voice and these lush green trees, definitely it's natural free charging to body. No disturbance, no pollution, no dust. I can feel totally relaxed.
Natarajan wants Runnymede reopened to share the joy he finds here with some of the 2 million tourists who holiday in the Nilgiris each year. But his dream is his beloved steam train running right to the top of the line, to Ooty. For the last 15 years, the steam train has only run up to the next stop, Coonoor, where romantic steam gives way to more prosaic diesel, and where jungle peace gives way to the bustle of modern India. Coonoor is the midpoint and the heart of the Nilgiri mountain railway. The Coonoor loco shed is home. Here these vintage engines are rested, refueled and lovingly maintained. And this yard is also home to modern diesel engines that run the rest of the way up to Ooty. Most of the railway's 387 employees live here. Home is the Coonoor railway colony. Its terraces line the hill above the station. The Nilgiris are a romance destination, ever more popular with honeymooning couples. 28 years ago, guard Ivan Baxter and his wife Monica were among them. So Ivan was delighted to get a second honeymoon when he was transferred to Coonoor 5 years ago from the baking hot plains below. These temperate hills are where Ivan and Monica worked out the requirements for a lifetime of wedded bliss.
You have to sacrifice. Marriage life, if you want to get married, you should learn to suffer. So if you want something, you must lose something. You can't have both. That is the 4 T's. What a lady needs from the husband. The 4 T's. Trust, touch, you'd have to touch her. Talk to her, plenty talking. And time, spend time with her.
They say marriages are made in heaven. So it's God who combined us both.
Ivan's 4 T's of happy marriage quickly produced a daughter, Diana, who lives on the plains, and she is now expecting a baby, Ivan's first grandchild.
Coffee, Ivan?
Washing my face.
But as a responsible train guard, Ivan cares as much for his train as his own family. And like all railwaymen, he lives in fear of running late.
Bye. Okay, I'll take leave. Bye. God bless.
His might be the last generation of Anglo-Indian railwaymen, but Ivan's happily continuing a tradition of absolute devotion to his job.
When we do our work, when we are serving others, we get a great satisfaction of mind. And you know, stamp your feet.
If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show. If you're happy and you know, stamp your feet.
Where are you coming here, man? He wants to come to Ooty.
For the section up to Ooty, driver Hassan switches to diesel power. These diesel trains are faster than the pre-war steam locos. Steam may be glorious, but it's not cheap. The second-class fare's set at 10 pence, so this railway loses £1 million a year. Up from Kunur is the final approach to the hill station that was once Uttakamund, is now Udagamandalam, and will always be known as Ooty. Ooty is the end of the line. It lies over 2,200 meters above sea level. Trains have arrived here from Kunur and the plains below for exactly 100 years, bringing visitors to the hill station of their dreams. This is a town designed by the Raj to fulfill their longing for a home half a world away. Colonial Brits adored Ooty, making it a home county in the hills. They built institutions that reminded them of home, making it feel a little English, even today. For a privileged few, the games of empire are still played out here. The billiard room at the Ooty Club is hallowed. On this table, the rules of snooker were first laid down. And this gentleman's club is the heart of what was known as Snooty Ooty, holiday destination for India's colonial elite. Former President Victor Day is club historian.
Being Snooty Ooty, right? It was at one time the very affluent who could come and afford to enjoy Ooty and all that it had to offer. They could get away from the natives and be themselves. We still zealously guard all the old values and traditions, because after all there's history in these walls. It is now in everybody's grasp to come on holiday up here. You've got these little lodges and hotels which have mushroomed all over the place and have spoiled the whole ambience of Ooty. I yearn for something that was and can't be anymore, but Ooty was a very, very beautiful town at one time.
Victor's Ooty hasn't entirely disappeared. The Ooty hunt may be the last in Asia, but it flourishes. Even though, like their British counterparts, Indians are banned from actually hunting.
We got some good weather this time at least. Yeah, we always do.
But it doesn't stop the club from riding out in full fig every month to enjoy the hills. Elsewhere, today's Ooty has outgrown its colonial origins. Indians have reclaimed it, enjoying their newfound economic freedom. And the Indian lovers drawn here in their millions are inspired by a very Indian institution, romantic cinema.
Camera, action.
Ooty is the location for some of India's best-loved movies. For this Bollywood blockbuster, the art department has built an entire town on a windswept hillside. But no one can recreate the Hill Railway. So the railway takes the opportunity to claw back a little of its losses by renting out their trains. With Ooty and its toy train immortalized in so many films, any traveller can fulfill their cinematic dreams. At Ooty Station, steam lover Natrajan sees diesel trains come and go from his restaurant window. He dreams only of steam trains returning to Ooty. He's so determined his dream will become reality, he paid for a water crane to be installed here, just in case. But for now, the only steam train in Ooty is Natrajan's good luck charm.
My steam locomotive is always with me. So it is always in my pocket. It is made of silver. I am happy to have it with me, always with me.
Jenny Grigory was posted here 18 months ago, and with protective arms like Ivan's around him, he's now part of the Hill Railway family. Employed as a ticket examiner, Jenny includes tourist information for free.
Up to halfway, that side is very nice.
All right.
First time you are coming here?
No, I have come before, but with kids and all, first time.
But Jenny's a long way from his home village on India's southwest coast, and he still misses it.
Basically, I am from Kerala. God's own country.
However, he's adapting well to life in the hills. There's something intoxicating about this mountain air.
Climate is very nice. In this climate, everyone is cool, calm, and somewhat contented also. Your working is also very fine. Just like a romantic dream.
At Kunur, there's a lunch break, and Jenny has time to nip home. Jenny's still a bachelor. Although he's been given a colony house big enough for a family, he lives alone.
It is not a mechanical life. When we are a bachelor means every day we will be fully free. It's like a life of bird.
Away from home, surrounded by railway families in the colony and honeymooning couples on the train, Jenny can sometimes feel isolated.
Sometimes our mood will be changed and we feel loneliness. That I think even in the family life also you have to face such moods. Hello, sir.
Jenny, come. How are you?
Bye.
Sit down, man.
Okay.
What do you like? Some coffee?
Just plain water.
Okay, please. Actually.
Jenny's always welcome in Ivan and Monica's home. Over the past year, they've become friends. On their morning walks to work, Ivan often teases Jenny about his solitary life and extols the joys of marriage.
Then how's bachelor life?
Yeah.
Huh?
This is one of the...
When is your happy day coming? A happy day, marriage day.
Sure.
We will come and sing songs for your wedding day. Huh?
Okay.
Is it early?
That now I can't say.
When you go for any function, no, first thing they'll ask you, where is your wife? Where is your children? Huh?
Just down from the colony and station is the loco shed, where 100 skilled workers keep the old engines going. New parts are forged, turned and fitted with precision and skills that are disappearing in the modern world. But here, those skills are being passed down to a new generation of Indian workers. Shivani was posted here by the railways just 6 months ago. She's a trained diesel technician. Now she's learning to work with steam locos too.
என்னோட ஜாப் வந்து ஸ்குவாட்ஸ் அங்கே நிறைய 5 ஸ்குவாட்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. ஸோ அதில் என்னோட ஸ்குவாட் வந்து சைட் ரோடு. எனக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஜாப் கிடைக்கும்னு நான் நினச்சி பார்க்கல. ஆக்சுவலி நாங்கள் ட்ரைனிங் முடிச்சிருந்தோம். பட் நமக்கு எங்கே கவர்மெண்ட் ஜாப்லாம் எங்கே கிடைக்க போகுது?
But although this is a highly valued job and Shivani is the first female diesel technician they've ever had here, it's a hardship posting. Shivani is alone, 300 miles from her home and her baby.
அப்படின்னு ஒரு இதுதான் இருந்துச்சு. எங்க பாப்பா பிறந்தா 1 வீக்ல தான் எனக்கு 1 வீக் பேபியா இருந்தா எங்க பாப்பா.
Shivani's husband and his mother look after the baby while she's in Kunur.
ஒரு சில டைம் பார்த்துட்டா ரொம்ப அழ. எனக்கா நான் திரும்பி வந்து ஒரு நாள் லீவ் எடுத்துட்டு அவ கூட இருந்துட்டேன். அந்த மாதிரி ரொம்ப அழ விட்டுலாம் வரமாட்டேன். எங்க பாப்பா சொன்னாலே எனக்கு அழ வந்துடும்.
Shivani can only get home to her baby once a fortnight. Her sacrifice and commitment is typical. The railway demands it of their workers and they demand it of themselves.
நான் ஏர்ன் பண்றது எல்லாம் அவளுக்கு தான்.
Up and down the Nilgiri mountain railway, dedicated workers check every nut, bolt and rail daily to keep the line safe and secure. Section engineer Sanjay Kumar makes use of a special inspection trolley to reach the remoter stretches of track.
To maintain the track, it is less challenging than to reach near the track. So to go up to that time, so much energy you will lose that you required minimum 1 hour to recover. This job is challenging. Here you have to become expert to take quick decision. This job is good for young person. Up to 40 year age, this job is good.
On top of a century of wear and tear, the track's regularly battered by falling rocks and landslides caused by heavy rain. So Sanjay's busy round the clock.
Whenever this natural calamity is coming, we have to clear the tracks.
Just 7 years ago, a 200-meter section was washed away overnight. It took 3 months to rebuild.
Every time under cyclonic rain, that track is coming under the problem of natural calamity. Suddenly some bridge will collapse, you have a challenging task.
So what's up?
Cyclonic rain is forecast for tonight, so the railway is on red alert. The Nilgiris are always greener, more lush and much wetter than the plains. But this year, the winter cyclones are early, and they're bringing the heaviest rain for years. It rains for more than a week. So far, the trains and the tourists are still getting through. But this morning, there's a problem. A boulder is blocking the line. It's engineer Sanjay's responsibility to deal with it. The solution? A bag full of dynamite from the stores.
It is some tough, but you have to keep your mind alert. You are keeping your mind alert, then good, and your luck should favor to you. Enjoyment is there, proud also can feel, yes, when people is asking where are you working, then I am telling that I am seeing engineering section of Nilgiri Mountain Railway. That time I am feeling proudness. Here each morning is uniqueness. Their plane is not like that.
It's the engineer's job to maintain the line. Delaying a train can cost a railway employee his job, and that means house and pension too.
Two and a half kilometer train has to come. Hardly 12 to 13 minutes will take.
As Sanjay's men bore a hole for the explosives, it's a race against time.
We are doing blasting, first blasting. We are doing first blasting. If blasting is successful, we shall pass the train. How much time it will take? Nothing. They will finish. Now train.
bad weather won't stop Jenny, the ticket examiner, playing the happy host. In his big house, he needs company, friends, to keep loneliness at bay. And like all male parties can do, it gets a little bawdy as the night wears on. Jenny enjoys his parties, but especially on a cold and wet Kunur morning, he misses Kerala and his old life by the sea. And though he hasn't told his friend Ivan, he secretly hopes his days as a bachelor are numbered. Rain continues to lash the hills until the Nilgiris are soaked through. At times like this, the fabric of the line is in danger, as well as the trains and their passengers.
Kunal, anything, sir? Any news? Sir, left Nilgiri by 12 hours, sir.
The situation is so dangerous, Sanjay wants the line to be closed.
Not only 10-meter cutting height that boulder can come, national highway half also can cut, but it will become dangerous, sir. One big continue rain was there, so wooden sleeper sinking down. Will tell to cancel that train from 6614 4 o'clock train onward. Okay, thank you.
Closing the line on any Indian railway is a big decision. But as things stand, with more rain expected, Sanjay thinks it's the safest option. Sanjay and his men and women now have 3 days to make the line safe. Just down from Kunur, under a bend on the national highway, is one of the reasons Sanjay's taken such drastic action. A felled tree lies right over the track. Below it, a massive boulder. It fell as part of a landslip that's undercut the road. The boulder's got to go, but any disturbance could bring the traffic down on Sanjay's men.
We are working from last 1 hour, at least we are not able to clear this.
Using dynamite might cause a further landslip and damage the precious track.
We are not able to push this boulder technically with the help of crowbars.
Eventually, with help from Kunur Fire Brigade, the boulder is rolled away.
We should come away from this track. It is a dangerous place where we are standing.
The forecast is improving, but to dry out the land and make safe the line, the only traffic for 3 days is pedestrian. Dry weather and good drainage off the hills sees the line reopen on time after just 72 hours. And with trains running again, Ivan can share his happiness with the passengers, even on his day off. But there's an unexpected halt near Hillgrove Station. The two big beasts of this jungle face one another down.
It's not moving.
Eventually, the old bull elephant lets the train pass without a fuss. Age before beauty. This year, the Nilgiri Mountain Railway is celebrating an unbroken century of service. The high point of the centenary is the Black Beauty competition, when experienced judges will pick the finest engine on the line. Hassan, who's a stickler for detail, has been supervising the preparation of his Nilgiri Ratam loco.
वो मैकेनिकली तो मेरे प्री इंस्टेशन के पर पूरा डेकोरेशन हुआ था उधर पूरा शेड स्टाफ मुझे कोऑपरेट किया था मेरे इंजन के लिए और पेंटिंग वगैरह भी उसका बहुत अच्छा था ब्लैक विथ रेड बॉर्डर
Shivani's been part of the team working flat out to make Hassan's engine look its best. It's not just the look of the engine, it's the skill of the driver that the judges are scrutinizing.
कुछ बहुत सारे धुआं आना है उसमें और इसका विजलिंग साउंड डिफरेंट टाइप करना है दिखा था जजेस को स्टीम इंजन का सिंपली मेथड है फिर भी बहुत सेंसिटिव है
Results of the beauty contest. The first prize is backed by the loco Nilgiri Radam 37384. The oldest loco, which is 90 years old loco. The oldest gold.
For Hassan, victory is sweet. Being the driver of India's best steam loco is everything he ever wanted.
कोल इंजन में तो हमारा पूरा हमारा एम्बिशन ड्राइविंग का एम्बिशन फुलफिल होएगा डीजल इंजन इज कॉमन आजकल लड़कियां चलाती है इंडिया में डीजल इंजन ड्राइवर और एसी इंजन ड्राइवर ये बोलते हैं ना मर्दों का काम है स्टीम इंजन चलाने का
Shivani was in Hassan's winning team, but instead of celebrating, all she wants to do is get home to her baby. The express from Metupalayam is packed. Everyone is travelling for the annual Diwali holiday. It's the Hindu New Year, and Shivani is in no mood for pushy men.
Gents alla eri seat podakudadu ladies da eri seat podranga adula ladies la mattavanga pudikiranga
This is the longest Shivani's ever been away from her baby. And Diwali is the time for families to be together.
Tired, ரொம்ப tired இருக்கும். But எங்க பாப்பா பார்த்தோன்னா அந்த tiredல போயிடும். ஏன்? இல்லை, ரொம்ப எக்ஸைட்டிங்கா இருக்கு பாப்பாவை பார்க்கறதுக்கு.
அம்மா காணுமா? அம்மா காணுமா? மாமி காணுமா?
Shivani's husband always comes to meet her from the train, day or night. But with his wife away, holding down a full-time job and looking after their baby, it's a very stressful life.
ஃபோன் பண்ணுவோம் என் ஒய்ஃபு. ஃபோன் பண்ணி பாப்பாக்காக இருப்பேன். கொஞ்சம் ஹாஃப் அன் பேசுவோம். யார் போனதா தெரியும் அப்பா அம்மா அந்த ஒரு ஃபீலிங் வந்துச்சு அவளுக்கு. எங்கள் லைஃபே வந்து ஃபோனில் பட்டுச்சு. இன்னும் ரயில்வே போஸ்டிங் கொடுக்கணும், சம்பளம் அதிகம் கொடுக்கணும், அதெல்லாம் இல்லை. எங்களுக்கு என் ஒய்ஃபு என் கூட இருக்கணும். வேற ஒன்றும் கிடையாது.
Shivani will have to work at Kannur for at least 3 years until she's eligible for a transfer closer to her family.
எங்களுக்கு எல்லாமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எங்கள் அம்மா எங்கள் ஒய்ஃப் எனக்கு. அதனால இவங்க என் கூட இருந்தாலும் பெரிய சொத்து எனக்கு.
Jenny wants this to be his last Diwali alone. Even though he hasn't told anyone in Kannur, he's ready to marry and start a family.
ഞങ്ങളുടെ രഹസ്യ ജീവിതത്തിന്റെ 14 വർഷം മുമ്പേ അറിയാവുന്ന ഒരാളെയാണ് ഞാൻ പ്രേമിക്കുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ അത് പ്രേമം തുടങ്ങിയ കാലം മുതലുള്ള ആഗ്രഹമുള്ള വിവാഹം കഴിക്കാന്ന് പറയുന്നു. ടീന എന്നാണ് പേര്.
And with Jesus in my heart, what have I to fear? What have I to fear?
And that girl dresses up, she's looking nice, no? And that girl dresses up, she's looking nice.
In my heart he is near.
Ivan's daughter Diana is here for the holidays, and she's heavily pregnant. She won't be able to come to the hills again before the birth. This is the last time Ivan and Monica will see her before they become grandparents. They can't be with their daughter for the birth, so they want the priest's blessing before she returns home to the plains.
You just let me know when your baby is going to be born, which date and all. I'm so sad that you're leaving us and going. Really sad.
Duty always comes first for Ivan. He manages to snatch a brief goodbye as Diana's train prepares to leave. But Monica just couldn't bear to say goodbye. So she's accompanying Diana on the Nilgiri railway to the bottom of the line. "350 miles away in Kerala, Jenny is in his home village. Church is the only place he's allowed to see his sweetheart Tina without their family's permission.
എന്നാലും ഒരുപാട് വിലക്കുകൾ ഇനിയിപ്പോ വിവാഹം കഴിക്കാൻ ഞാൻ തയ്യാറാണെന്ന് എന്റെ വീട്ടുകാർ വഴി പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പോലും എനിക്ക് ഒരു ഔട്ടിങ്ങിന് പോവാന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ചിന്തിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കാര്യമല്ല.
Separation is the norm here. Unmarried men and women are never allowed to be alone together. Jenny and Tina must remain apart until their families agree a match. But after 14 years of love, they know they want to be together forever. They've asked the priest to see them today to help them.
കുറേ കാലങ്ങളായിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ തമ്മിൽ പരിചയത്തിലായിരുന്നു, അടുപ്പത്തിലായിരുന്നു. അപ്പം അങ്ങനെയുള്ളൊരു പരിചയവും അടുപ്പമൊക്കെ ഇനി അങ്ങോട്ട് കാലങ്ങളോളം നീണ്ടു നിൽക്കുന്ന ഒരു ബന്ധമായി, സൗഹൃദമായി ഒക്കെ രൂപപ്പെടുകയാണ്. ദൈവം നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്നേഹത്തെ ഒരു കുദാശയിലൂടെ ആശീർവദിക്കാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. എല്ലാവിധ ആശംസകളും പ്രാർത്ഥനകളും രണ്ടുപേർക്കും.
With their priests and the church's blessing, Jenny and Tina hope that no one will stand in the way of their engagement. And sure enough, that evening, Tina's birthday, their match is approved and they can go out alone for the first time.
ഇങ്ങനെ ഔട്ടിങ്ങിനൊക്കെ നടക്കാനായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പെർമിഷൻ കിട്ടാനുള്ള സാധ്യതകൾ വളരെ പരിമിതമാണ് വിവാഹത്തിന് മുമ്പ്. ജീവിതം തുടങ്ങുന്ന വേളയിൽ അവിടുത്തെ പ്ലസന്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാലാവസ്ഥ അതെല്ലാം അധികം കുടുംബജീവിതത്തിന്റെ പ്രശ്നങ്ങളെയൊക്കെ തരണം ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് സഹായകമാകുമെന്നാണ് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നത്.
Jenny and Tina plan to marry in 6 months. By next Diwali, they hope to be together in his railway house in Kunur.
Good evening, Naina.
Good evening, Daddy.
How are you?
Hi, Daddy. How are you?
Hi, yeah, fine. How's your health now?
Fine, sir.
Good. Yeah, talk to mommy 1 minute.
Hello, Dana.
Good evening, Mom.
Good evening.
Okay,
Have a
have
safe
good health.
delivery. Don't
Eat
worry.
nicely. Okay. We'll come for Christmas. We'll come see the
The problem is not this.
Dana, we want to become grandparents soon. We are very anxious.
Carrots for my baby.
Okay, bye, Ma. Take care. God bless. Be happy. I'm going to become a grandfather. That is another big promotion, for the biggest promotion in my life. Is it not? She's going to become a grandmother. I'm going to become a grandfather. Something wonderful.
By special dispensation, Hassan's winning steam engine is to run up to Ooty to celebrate 100 years since a steam engine first did this run. Natarajan has been dreaming of this moment for years.
I'm so happy and excited because steam engine is coming up to Ooty means it's only one centenary. Next centenary cannot be here. Though it's a black, but it's a precious gold.
The train's arrival in Ooty will signal the fulfillment of another love affair. It's unconventional, but steam trains are Natarajan's true love.
It's not a machine. For me, it's a living being. I'm not able to express my feelings. There's no words. I'm so happy. I'm happy as if I met my girlfriend.
With the centenary train comes news. Indian Railways will pay over £5 million for 4 brand new Indian-built engines to replace these vintage locos. They'll be steam-powered, but fueled by oil, not coal.
I feel like jogging, but it's not very so big.
At 90 years old, this prize-winning loco has more than done its bit in service to India. And with retirement imminent, Natarajan is savouring its presence for one last time. But even as the old locos are ready to retire, new blood is coming to the line. Ivan has already introduced his granddaughter to the old steam train. And Jenny and Tina are now happily married and living together in the Coonoor Railway colony. For a century, the Nilgiri Mountain Railway has been driven by steam and sustained by love and dedication. And as long as this train runs to Ooty, it will continue to win the hearts of all who ride it.